for this lesson, we are going to be converting metric lengths. So we're going to be using the kilometer, hectometer, decameter, meters, decimeters, centimeters, and millimeters. Okay, so we're going to be using those. For the first example, we are going to use the example of 6,000 millimeters, mm. Lowercase mm means millimeters. So millimeters, and we're going to convert these to meters. M stands for meters. Okay, so we're gonna convert 6,000 millimeters to meters. How can we do that? Okay, so we have in here this picture with something that looks like steps, like you're going up or you're going down. So if you are going down right here, for example, I'm going, if I'm going from the kilometer and if I'm going to the meter, I'm going to be counting 1, 2, and 3 steps going down. And it says if I'm going to the right, so if I'm going down, I'm going to be multiplying. Every single step, I'm multiplying times 10. And every single step going up, I'm dividing by 10. Everything is by 10. So if you're going this way, so going down or going to the right, you're going to be multiplying. And if you're going this way, going up or going to the left, you're going to be dividing. Every single time, every single step is by 10, either multiply or divide. In this case, we're going from millimeters, which is right here, and we're going to meters. So we're going from here to here. Base unit, remember the base unit for the metric system, for the metric units, it's the meter. Okay, so we're going from the millimeter to the meter. We need to count how many steps we're going up, we're going to the left. So we're going 1, we're going 2 right here, and we're going 3. So we need to divide 3 times by 10. So let's go ahead and do that. We need to divide 3 times by 10. So that means that we're going to be doing 6,000 and then divide by 10. And then whatever you have as an answer, you're going to divide again by 10. And whatever you got as an answer, you're going to divide again by 10. Okay, so that means I'm doing 6,000. And I have a trick right here for you guys. If you're dividing by 10, that means you can take out a 0. So the answer 6,000 divided by 10 will be 600. And then 600, I use it right here. And then divided by 10 again, I take out another 0. So that's going to be 60. And then I'm dividing 60 again by 10. So I take out a 0. The answer will be 6. So 6 meters. 6,000 millimeters to meters equals to 6. Now let's do another example. And for this one, we are going to use the numbers of 54 kilometers. 54 kilometers, km means kilometers, to meters. So in this case, we're going from a big unit to a small unit. So we're going from here, where kilometers is, and we're going to meters, where meters is right here. So we're making about 1, 2, 3 steps, but moving to the right. So that means that instead of dividing, as we did with the millimeters to the meters, we're going to be multiplying. And each of those steps are going to be multiplying times 10. So let's go ahead and do them. We're going to do 54. So 54 times 10. And we said we need to do this 3 times. So we can go ahead and write times 10 equal times 10 equal. And then whatever we have right here, it's going to be the answer in meters. That's going to be the answer in meters. Okay, remember I'm doing this 3 times because when I go from kilometers, I go 1, 2, 3 steps down to get to the meters, to the base unit. Going 3 times down or 3 times to the right, so I'm multiplying, and each time I'm multiplying times 10. So 54 times 10, and here's another trick. When I'm multiplying, instead of taking out a 0 as we did right here with the division, we are going to be adding a 0. Okay, so in this case, 54 times 10 It's gonna be 5, 4, and 0. I add the 0, so 540. Okay, so now to that 540, I'm again multiplying times 10. So 540, I add another 0, 5,400. See, I added another 0. Now 5,400, sorry. I times 10, I multiply again times 10. So I add another 0. That's gonna be, oops, sorry. That's gonna be 54,000. See, I was only adding zeros, and that is the answer. This is going from kilometers to meters. Now we have this chart right here. We are going to try and fill out all the empty spaces that we have right here, right here, right here, and right here. I have more. So we're gonna try and fill out those spaces by converting using my chart. Okay, so I'm using my chart right here. The same one we were using before. Okay, and here it changes a little bit because if you notice, we have decimals in this part right here. When we're working with decimals, it works the same way. If we move to the right, we're gonna move the decimal to the right as many times as the steps we have. And then if we have to divide, we're gonna move it to the left, same way as many steps I have. Okay, let me give you an example. We're gonna do first number 1, which is this one right here. We're gonna do number 1. Okay, this one is 0.012 kilometers. I'm gonna make that into meters. Okay, I need to first figure it out how many steps I need to move from kilometers to meters. So I found right here the kilometers is just right here, and I need to move to the meters. Remember, the meters are the base unit. So I need to go 1, 2, and 3. Right here is the base unit, the meters. So I went 3 times. I need to multiply 0.012 times 1,000. Or I can do it by moving the decimal. Let me show you how that works. So I have 0.012 kilometers, and I need to make it to meters. As I said, I need to move 1, 2, 3 times, multiply 3 times. If we multiply 10 times 10 times 10, that makes a total of 1,000. So you can count, I have 3 zeros right here. That means I need to move my decimal 3 times to the right. Let me show you how that works. So this one, it will look something like this, 0.012. I'm moving my decimal 1, 2, 3 times. So the decimal is gonna be now right here. This one is no longer there. And if I move my decimal there, these 2 zeros, I can just cancel them. Zeros to the left they're not worth anything. They don't have value. So this one is gonna be 12. So the answer for this is just 12. You don't need to put 12.0. 12.0 is just 12. So you go ahead and put the 12 meters. Now let's try and do the opposite. For number 1, we are done. That's the only answer we need. Now we can go to number 2, and for number 2, I need to find the kilometers. The easiest way is to go from the meters to the kilometers, okay? That's the easiest, the fastest. We're not gonna complicate things a lot, okay? In this case, I'm going from the base unit and I'm going up. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, and if I'm going up or moving to the left, I need to divide. So each of them I'm dividing by 10, by 10, by 10, 3 times. Okay, to do that, I can also do the trick of moving decimals. Even though the 750 meters does not have a decimal, you can make it look like as a decimal. So 750, I need to divide it by 1,000 again. Remember, I can add the zeros by the number of steps. So I can do these. I can make the 750 look like a decimal by putting a decimal point. I can put a 0 here, it doesn't matter. You don't have to. So you put your decimal there and then you move it 3 times to the left. Here it says move to the left. That means you can move your decimal point 3 times to the left. Why 3 times? I have 3 3 steps going to the left. Or you can count the zeros that you have. You have 3 zeros, so you move your decimal 3 times. 1, 2, and 3 times. Now your decimal point is going to be right here. This one is no longer there. For this one though, your answer should look something like this, 0.75. You can add the 0, but it's not necessary. So you can have the answer just like that. And right here we can write 0.75 kilometers. KM stands for kilometers. Okay, now we have number 3. We need to go from centimeters and we need to go to millimeters. Okay, so to make that conversion right there, I need to again find the centimeters in the chart and then the millimeters. So centimeters is just right here and millimeters is just right here. So I'm making one jump. If you notice right there, I'm making one jump. I'm moving to the right one time. And if I'm moving to the right, I need to multiply times 10. When I'm multiplying times 10, I'm pretty much just adding a 0. So I have the 1,000 centimeters right here. And I need to multiply times 10. A good trick is that when you're multiplying times 10, you can only add a 0 to the original. So you will be adding a 0 there. It will look something like this. 1, and then you have the 3 zeros originally. You add one more 0. You have then 10,000. So the answer will be 10,000. 10,000 millimeters. So mm for millimeters. Okay, now we are going to do 0.32 kilometers equals to 320 meters. This one right here. Let me erase my work from the last one I did. Oh, sorry, I erased that one. That one is not meant to be erased. There you go. Now we are going to be doing the 320 meters. So we're going to make it into the centimeters. Okay, so since we're going from meters, which is just right here, the base unit, we're going to centimeters. Centimeters, we're going 1, 2. So we are multiplying times 100. Or we are adding just 2 zeros to the 320. Let me show you how that works. 320, and this will be done. This can be done by 2 ways. You can do it like this and then 10, then whatever answer you multiply it again times 10, and then that's gonna be the answer. Or you can just simply add the zeros to the 320. I'm gonna solve this one first, and then I'm going to show you the other way. Okay, so 320 times 10, it's like adding one more 0, and then this one 3,200, then I'm multiplying times 10 again, so this one is going to be like this, 32,000. Okay, so the answer right there is going to be 32,000 centimeters, centimeters. What I was saying is that you can also do it this way, 320, and since I'm going from meters to centimeters, as I put it right here, I'm going 2 down, so I'm adding 1 0, 2 zeros. So I can add just the 2 zeros right here, and that's gonna give me the same answer. Okay, that's the 2 ways I can do it. Whatever is easier for you, that's what you can do. Make sure to always do your work, check your work to find any mistakes that you might have done. Okay, and then let's go ahead and do number 5. From number 5, we're going from centimeters to millimeters. So from centimeters, which is right here, to millimeters, I'm only doing 1 step. So that means I'm only multiplying times 10. That means, in other words, I'm just adding 1 0. Okay, it's simpler to do it that way. This is 1,800, and then we're making it to the millimeters. So this is pretty much, we're multiplying times 10, or we are just adding 1 0 to the original number. Okay, we're just adding a 0. This one will be, if I add 1 0, it's going to be 18,000. So 1,800 centimeters. If we made it to millimeters, it's 18,000 millimeters.